Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Minecraft Bedrock Survival. Today you'll notice that we are quite high up viewing our base, and we're not actually doing anything redstone-y today. Today we're going to do something that's just completely decorative for our base, and that is we're going to build some hot air balloons. It's floating up here in the sky just above our little island here. You'll see here, you may have noticed over time I've had this big pile of scaffolding here, and what it's been there for is to mark off where I wanted to build these hot air balloons. Now I've already built one just so we can see what we're going to be building. We're going to build two more up here, and if I can land over here, yep. And what we also plan to do is we're going to build another huge airship, possibly in this sort of zone here, maybe it's a little bit higher up. But let's take a little quick look here and see what we've got here. So it's one of the shapes that you don't often see, I suppose, in Minecraft. It's the closest we can get at this scale to a circle, and it's going to be relatively quite easy to take. It doesn't take that many resources to build, just a few stacks of wool. I'll show you as well. I'm going to do a few experiments with a few different types of basket on the bottom here. For this one, I've used trapdoors. This is quite handy because this creates a nice little jumping off platform. It's quite handy during construction as well. I'll show you as well inside, because we have all the equipment here that we're going to need to build this. Because we're going to build two, we've got a primary colour and two secondary colours, so all we need is basically 5 stacks, although we won't use all of these anyway. There's some decorative blocks as well there. This is the equipment for building the other one, but you'll see here as well I have a rail and a minecart. And what I'll do is I'll show you why I have that here. In case we ever need to get inside, it means that I don't have to bring anything to pillar up with, and you can't put scaffolding on the trapdoors anyway. So this is the interior of it. I'll see what, I'll stand here, and if I slowly pan around, just so in case you want to build something like this yourself, you can get a rough count of what the interior would look like. So there we go. We're going to be keeping this same sort of pattern that I've built up here for the other ones, just using different colours. And what I've done as well is I've used the new block, the campfire, to make the burners, rather than having a bit of obsidian with a not obsidian, netherrack even with a flame on. We're going with this one, and a lantern underneath there. So anyway, let's hop over here, and we're going to build, as I said, we're going to do different basket designs. So I'll tell you what, just before we get the gear out, let's just go up here. The second basket design is going to be a composter. So once this is built, we'll be able to sit possibly in here, if I can get centered. There we go. Be able to sit in here and and fly in our balloon over here. But anyway, from the top one there as well, I should say, we are going to use... Ooh, and we're falling off. I suppose we'll just fly up there. We're going to use the trapdoors on the top one as well, because I'll show you how to do that with the trapdoors. Basically, it just involves building a block here that you can put them around. And when we're ready as well, we will get rid of the... this layer here of the scaffolding so that we can place trapdoors on the bottom, but we'll cover that in a little while. And also as well, you'll see here I've put string to stop anything from spawning up here, because the top of this balloon is quite dark. I'm not quite sure how to light this exactly yet. I may replace this centre block with a sea lantern maybe. That might look alright. What I'll do now is we will hop down to where we have our chest or shulker box, and we will get out all the resources we need for the first one. So just all these ones here, we don't need quite that many there in the bottom row. We'll just pop those in there, and we'll get the minecart and everything ready. Do we need anything else for there? I don't actually think I need any of that. Let's just take some blocks just in case we need them. I don't think I'll need those torches just yet. So we'll put the torches in last. So let's got to go up the secondary line. So you see, I've already started building this one here. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 tall. So 5, I suppose, if you count the one on the bottom there. And we've just got a little cross bit there. And you'll see the patterns that we're going to go on here. So our primary colour for this one is going to be the orange. And let's see, which one should we have for our first secondary colour? let's just go with the green. We can always change it later on. So let's just pop these on here. And just realising my scaffolding is going to be in the way. Right. So building circles is a little bit awkward. I had to do this in our testing world just to get the right numbers. But for our bottom line, we want just 3 in there. And that consists of our bottom row. And the next one, you see there, is a 5, because these are basically mirrors on the top and bottom. So for the next one out, we want to be 1 row out. So we just have to build a block in here, and we keep on doing it this way. And we pop our green at the side. And then we pop the green at the side there as well. So I'll quickly whiz around and I'll put all the next layer for each of these on here. So that's our second layer now complete. I'll just fill in these little gaps here. Just put one from the primary colour in there. And for the next one, it's going to be 5 again, but we're going to invert the secondary colours on this one. So just pop one out there just so we have space to get out. And then this time I'll pop these ones here. You can of course do these in any colours that you want. I've just wanted to keep on this pattern here for this sort of consistency in our design. So there we go. So that is just what we need for the next one there. So I'll quickly whiz around once more and pop all of those ones in. Okay, it's starting to rain now up here, and what we're going to do is now is as well, I'll just put this block in here just as before, just to finish that corner in the primary colour. So just pop those in there. Nope, wrong one. Am I going to lose that one? Nope, managed to get it. So there we go. That is the now we've got the first 3 layers of our circle done. So next we're going to be moving out onto this little section here, this final little bulging out area. So what we're going to do for that is I'm going to take my primary colour again, and I'll just build that one out to there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to build that entire section all in one go, that big bit sticking out there. So to do that one there, let's see, we want that. We want our inverted next primary colour, and I'll pop this one here. And then we want 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and a foot down there. There we go. So you see that's 5 high. So we've got the next one here, which is just 3 blocks in here. And what we'll do is we'll come up again. 2, 3, 4. And we already had the 5th one on the bottom. And 1, 2, 3. And then in here we will put yellow to yellow, green, and just like that. So you see there this little shape that we're going for here. So I'll quickly once again whiz around and we'll put the next layers in on all of these. Okay, so that is now the next stage done. So we have the primary elements for the sides. So next off, we now need to do the corners, which are going to be just basically just some little columns going up. Same again, using our secondary colours. So let's finish these corners off here first of all. So let's pop oranges on there, on top of the yellows. Oops. Pop those in there. And next we'll take our green colour and pop those just in there. Now hopefully I've done this right. Yeah. So how many do we want here? We want 5. So I'm going to go 2 on here, and then we'll flick to our other colour. and then pop that up there. So that should be right. Let's see if that just compares with our other one. Yes, it does. So yeah, so we've got that. Oops, we've got that one in there. So we're going to quickly now go around and put this little column up here in each of these corner pieces. Okay, so that is now the sides done, and next basically we need to build this but inverted above us because we're almost at the top here. Actually, there's we're getting really close to where the next one is going to be built. But let's see, let's get our colours out here, and hopefully I'm pulling these in the right places. Pop these on here just to finish off this level. Hopefully we won't get caught in the scaffolding too much. One more, right, so that completes that level there, which puts us on this stretch here. So next is now to build the 2 sets of 5, and then we're on to the top. So we've only got 3 more levels to go, which will put us in line with this block here. So let's see, what do we want for the right colours? So let's see what we've got there. We've got the yellow there, which would be the equivalent of the blue there. So we want the inverted one, so the green is going to go centre on this first row, which corresponds as well, as you can see, to the green on that one there. So let's pop that down there, and next we want this one's a 5 row, so let's pop that there, put that one in there, and a yellow on the end, and I'll quickly go around now and we'll put in this little 5 on this row. Okay, so that's those bit there. Next we need the corner pieces here done. So for the next row is the next 5 coming in, which will be the equivalent of this row here, which is going to be an inversion once again of this colour scheme here. So we'll pop the yellows here this time, and this time we want our primary colour, which is orange, and then green for the tips on the end. So I'll quickly now, once again, I'll whiz around and put those other ones on there. So there we go, we now have got this next layer done, and for the next one now again, we just need to cap it off, and we are actually 1 short of the green, so we'll nip back down to the base in a moment and we'll get that. We'll just get all these other colours in here first. Wrong one. To keep with our pattern, these corner pieces need to be orange. So let's pop that in there, and then for our cross we want to, actually we're going to need a lot more green than that, aren't we? So yeah, we'll get all the other bits in. And it's getting really dark up here now. I'm quite actually worried that this might become a spawning platform earlier than what I'd hoped. So to finish this off, we want 1 stack and 8 more of the green. So let's quickly nip down to the base. Hopefully nothing dangerous or too dangerous will spawn. I tell you what, have we got any? Just to try and protect ourselves. And oh right, so well that didn't work as a anti-spawning mechanism. Right, I'll have to come up with a new solution. If spiders can spawn up there, then that's no good. So anyway, let's go back downstairs and get the wool that we need. So we can fly directly into our storage system. We want to get off on the wool floor, which is here. And just take that loose one there. I've done a little bit of work here in the storage system. I have now removed all of the blocks that were on this floor and turned this entire upper floor into redstone on this side, and I'll sort out all these ones on here another day. And all the stuff that was on there hasn't got a home yet and is just here in the shulker boxes, waiting at some stage for me to put it back into another floor. Have we got anything as the overflow? I'll tell you what, we'll just put an overflow error test into the system, and that can process whilst we're doing it. It takes about 5.5 minutes for things to get through. So let's fly back over here and finish off these ones here. Why is this one a lot lighter than that one? Have to investigate. And there we go. And we want some green. And we'll pop that there. Now, next up, what we'll do is before we do anything on the interior, we'll get the string. Even though the string has proven itself to be completely ineffective. In that case, I'm not even going to waste. Well, not even waste my time. Normally, the string, you know, you just simply place it along, and it stops them from spawning, and it's quite invisible, so you don't really see it. I think what I'll have to do is I'll maybe do an experiment, and we will come back in a later episode, and I'll cover the top here with one layer of carpet of each corresponding colour. I don't have each of those at the moment handy. Let's just too far down. Let's just see if we can get rid of these guys here before they cause any damage. And where did that skeleton go? Odds are I think it's dropped down. But yeah, we'll have to do something about that because we can't have these as spawning platforms on here. But anyway, let's move on now to the next bit, which is going to be a little bit awkward, possibly. Because what we're going to do now is I'm going to put the rail in that I showed you just before. So get a couple of rails. I got 3 just in case it was to fall off so that it stays locked within there. And what we'll do as well is I will get some torches and we will put a good amount of these in here. Tell you what, we'll light up these corners as well. Put some there as well. So if anything, at least the interior should be spawn proof. Let's just get rid of this scaffolding here. And hopefully that'll be alright. And we've got a little smoke effect there from that. Let's just scroll down a bit. And we'll get rid of this as well. And that should be it for this first one here. So let's just fly away a second. And there you go, you can see there the 2 little balloons there. Once we get rid of the scaffolding, I think it'll look a lot better on this bit here. In fact, we don't really need the scaffolding there anymore. Just going to see where all this stuff is going to go next. Yep, it's all making its way down to the floor. So now let's fly away and see what we get. There you go, you can see our 2 little balloons there, and next it just leaves our last one. So, tell you what I'll do, we will try and get up onto this platform here. So we go, that is our first 2 done, and you see the 2 different baskets there. So it's not too difficult to get there. Basically, you still just need that those 5 stacks that we had before to build one. Of course, well, depending on what basket design you choose is depending on what other resources you acquire. But I tell you what we're going to do is I'm going to go and sleep. Hopefully we'll get rid of this rain. Okay, it's a new day. The bell has just rang to say that it's the morning. And there's some items coming into the storage system, so let's now head back up to the top and take a look at these in the daylight. So that's a lot better, that there. And what I'm going to do now is we're going to do time lapse for the next one, and then we'll come back in when I show you how to make the basket on the bottom there. So we'll go up here and we'll see what colours that we're going to use in the next one first. And I will get rid of that. We're not using the string because it proved to be pointless. And let's see, for the next one there, our primary colour is going to be the purple, and we're using pinks and whites for the secondaries. So let's put them there, and I'll decide once we get to the top which one I need to go back and get the 8 extra for those additional colours. I'll tell you what, we'll pop that in the inventory, and those. Okay, so now we will get building on the next one.
Suck me in the smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Filling the lungs inside you, and the blackened eyes make my way into your mind. Just to know what you knew, rescue smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but in the dead of the night. Teardrops on the floor. The pain is over. Feel the darkness take control. Let the darkness take control. Darkness take control. May the darkness take control. Take me in the smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but in the dead of the night. Teardrops on the floor. The pain is over. Feel the darkness take control.
Okay everyone, that is the primary balloon done. Let's just go for a quick flyby around it. You'll see here this has turned into a proper mob spawning platform. I'd hate to think how many of them are actually dropping off down here. But we'll come back to those later on because I have to do something to stop them from spawning up there. There you go, you'll see our second one done here. Put a little bit of light on the outside because I popped the torch just whilst I was working. Just because I wanted to see it in the dark. There's even more of them spawning down there. Yeah, that's getting a bit crazy down there. Yeah, we'll have to do something with it. I'll do an experiment with carpet and see whether or not they can spawn on carpet or not. If that's the case, then I'll just get rid of the string. But anyway, the next stage is, as I said before, is building the little basket on the bottom there. Let's make sure I've got everything in here that I'll need. What I'll do is, first of all, we will pop... actually, we should probably just build a little bit of scaffolding over here, just so we can get roughly back up to where we are, because we're going to get rid of all of this scaffolding that is on this level here. But before we do that, we will pop our light there. I'll have to go back in there as well and pop some more torches down, but we'll do that in a few minutes because we're going to change it over to daytime in a moment. But first off, we'll just pop these around here, so they're on this layer, and we'll close each of those as we go. And the next stage is going to be, we are going to get rid of this bit of scaffolding here, take away that side bit, and that leaves this bit here exposed. Just gather up those scaffolding blocks there. Oh crikey, there's a creeper over there now. Right, put another light on there just in case this goes horribly wrong, and one there. So anyway, what we've got here now is, you see these blocks here, and we just simply want to crouch and pop these on here, and it's as simple as that for putting them underneath, and that forms the basket. So let's just go back up here with the scaffolding that I got before. We'll just put those there, and very carefully remove those construction blocks that we popped in here. And what I'll do now is, shift and click on each of those, and that is us actually done. I'll tell you what, I'll leave one open there as a landing platform. But I think the next stage is here is we're going to sleep through the day, do something about these mobs, and then we're going to get rid of all the scaffolding and have a little look and see what our finished little set of balloons look like. So right, I'm going to go back down to the base now and sleep so that we can get rid of all of these mobs. Okay everyone, that is now the creeper's gone, and I have lit up the interior of that balloon over there. So the next thing is we are going to get shot of all of the scaffolding and take a look and see what it is that that we've built here. Let's pop all this stuff in here and retrieve that, and then we'll get rid of the first line of scaffolding. See it all raining down. We will clear away these. Okay, so next we're going to remove this last bit of scaffolding, and that will reveal our balloons. You can hear all that stuff. I should have just actually knocked out that one and then gathered up, because now I'm going to have to go around and gather up all of these resources here again. So let's quickly gather up them, and then we will have a look and see what it is that we've built. So here we are. Here are our 3 balloons that are going to sit above our base. As I said, I'm going to go back and I'm going to put some carpet on these and see if it stops everything from spawning that way. But you know, I'm quite pleased with these. We see we've got the 2 different basket designs. Let's just grab a little screenshot of that there. And hopefully from this angle as well, you'll be able to see the construction of how they're built, and add a bonus as well of having the different colours as well. Hopefully that will also help you see how many blocks there are to count on each layer. So as I said, there was 3 down there, then you come out, then there's 5, then you come out again, and there's 5 again, and then you've got, this is a 3, and then you've got these 3 layers of 5, and then basically just inverted it, so it's a 3, a 5, a 5, and a 3 on the top there, but of course the top seals it in. On the side here you have the 5 joining up on either side, and then you just got all these little corner pieces, these odd blocks here, just to finish it off. So let's just hop now into the basket. We'll go on the top one. We'll close these ones here. So you can see from here, you can see down onto our base there, and all different things. We do actually have lots of little scaffolded structures as well that we need to sort some stuff out with. Let's just close that, and there's still more scaffolding up here. Let's just float down. This one here I think is going to be the most difficult to get into. I'll maybe see if I can get a minecart into it. I did put, as you can see, there's some ladders that I'm hoping that I'll be able to tap on, apart from it giving it a little bit of extra texture. No, I don't think I'm going to be able to get on there this time. I'll keep trying at that one though. But let's just fly away a little bit. We'll loop past the Stargate and see what they look like from here. I should have taken that other bit of scaffolding out for our little observation deck. So there you go, you see our 3 little balloons there just floating in the sky. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. I said we're going to build a big airship somewhere in this sort of zone where I'm flying. I was going to build the thing from Comet Quest, if you remember that one there. I did do a little test version of it in the test world, but it looked horrendous, so I won't be doing that design unless I can figure out a better design to do it. But there we go. I hope you enjoyed that. I will put some more better like still pictures on my website. It'll help you count the blocks to be able to build it yourself. But other than that, I'm going to go now and sort out all these other little bits and bobs. So don't forget to rate, comment, favourite and subscribe, and ring the bell. Press all those other buttons that you've got to do on YouTube now, because it's just ridiculous when you're trying to get subscribed. You've got to go through all these little jumps. So don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell for updates of when we post new videos, and you also have to do the YouTube dance to actually get the notifications. Even when you press the bell, you don't actually get notifications. So don't forget to do all the other bits, and we'll see you all next time.